Hey everyone, it's Marina. I'm back with part 2. I switched it to a different angle, that way hopefully this way is a little bit easier. Yeah, that's better. Well, I'll just move it after I do something. I noticed that if you have a banana hanger, I would suggest hanging it from there. You can do it from either way. You can have this part on top. This is a Tim Holtz clasp. You can get them at Hobby Lobby, Michaels, online. I can't find online. I'm in the country, so there's not much in the way of craft stuff out here, unless I go to Civilization, which is about 20 plus miles away. So whenever I go out there, I always have to stop by the store, but if I can. So yeah, that's just a Tim Holtz clasp. Sorry about my nails being all messed up in the last video, and they're all messed up in this one too. I don't know how some women do it. They just have like these beautiful nails whenever they do their videos, and it's just, I don't know how you craft and keep your nails nice, and if you can do that, it's amazing. It really is, because I can't do it. I can't even keep my hands clean that very long because of my kids. Let's see. Okay, so with the last video, I had showed you how to make these, and I just made a whole bunch of them. It's tomorrow. Last night was when I did the video. Today, like I said, I make my videos during the night because my kids are sleeping. I try to. Sometimes I try to get it in the afternoon, but usually I'm tired. So I have some really weird ones that I made, like this one, and then some really, really cool ones, like, where is it? I have my favorite in here. I just gotta find it. Where'd you go? Just blending in with this pile of them. Here it is. This one is my favorite. These beads were, well, this one, the colorful one, was gifted to me by Lori, just a girl from the Bay. Isn't that pretty? I don't know where she got these beads from, but they're really, really pretty. So, then I just have a whole bunch of random ones. So, just have like a small handful, I don't even know why I said handful. I don't know how many it's going to take. I haven't counted. I just kind of put them on and go. And I would definitely suggest different lengths as well, like in different sizes. Like I have a couple of long ones, and then I have some really small ones and medium-sized ones, just so you can play around with. And again, you'll need, I think these are called needle nose pliers, and then just some regular pliers, and my needle nose comes with a wire cutter, so I don't think I'm going to need that for this part. And then you're also going to need jump rings. I have some in different colors. I don't really care what color I use for this type of stuff. So in the last video, I had a bowl full of beads, which were these ones. It's had a whole bunch of beads. And then for this one, I just picked out some charms that I'm going to use. And like I said, you don't have to use all of them. You don't even have to do it this way. You can separate, you can take them out as you go. I just thought it'd be easier for you to see what I'm, easier for me to be prepared for what I'm doing. That way I'm not taking out beads from or charms from individual bags as I go. So I was gonna do this with it laying down, but it's a little harder for you to see if I do it that way. So when I was I put it on, I had attached the last one, the last chunky charm, to my sister's book, and while it was on there, I was adding the bells, and I was thinking it's a little bit easier to do it that way, so I'm gonna do it like that. And I'm probably gonna move some stuff around, but I'll move it back so you can see it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and I start from the top and work my way down. That probably complicates matters. I do that a lot. I don't know if that's backwards or not. I mean, I guess you could start from the bottom and work your way up. It would make more sense that way. They're dangling down. I'll probably try it like that, but I'm going to do it like this for right now. I just like them to have like a, I don't know. I'll try it like that later. Like I said, you can have it either way. I just attach mine this way because when I attach them to the book, the way I do it, I usually use an eyelet, and this part usually ends up hanging pretty awkward from an eyelet. So, I mean, sometimes I get it to work okay, but most of the time it's kind of like sticking at an awkward angle, and yeah, so I just kind of attach it this way. So that's how I'm going to do mine. You can do whatever works for you. Usually I see them, when I get a banana hanger, then I'll probably do it that way. So I'm going to I'll start with a small one. Let's see. And some of mine don't have little curlies at the bottom. They're just flat. And then they have that, so I would probably hang that from another area. I'm going to need more jump rings, but that's okay. And a lot of these charms that I have in here, I got from, like this one. Isn't this pretty? It's a vintage one, and I got this in a pack of stuff that I had purchased, a pack of ephemera that I had purchased from Sherry Doyle pack. She used to own an antique store. I think she owned a couple, and she has a whole bunch of stuff that she was just getting rid of, and she was selling them, and like she stuffed this box full of so much stuff. I really wish I would have made a video because it was so much awesome stuff. So I have actually also purchased some charms from her, so when that comes, I'll definitely make a video of the charms. Okay, yeah, so okay, I'm going to start with this one, and it's okay if, just maneuver it how you like it. I'm going to go ahead and pick a charm to put on the bottom of this one, and you can also switch around whichever way you want it to hang. I'm going to use this charm. I'm just going to attach it to the bottom of one of these. Let's see if I can move this a little bit. So just get a little, what did I call these? Jump ring? I think they're called jump rings. Like I said, I'm not a pro at this. So, and I'm going to get a medium-sized one. And remember, when you do jump rings, don't pull them apart. Don't pull them apart. Just kind of, I'm going to use this just so I can show you. Kind of just push one end away and pull one towards you. So it just opens. That way you can close it and it doesn't get all warped from being twisted. So you kind of want it to look like that. I'm just going to go ahead and attach it now. And then when you have it how you want it to be, I usually just, oops, it wants to cooperate. I just push it back in place. I just put the pliers right on the sides and squeeze it. And that usually works just fine. So there we go. It's got a little charm on it. And now I'm going to attach it to the chain. If you want to, feel free to skip ahead if you get that basic idea. I don't want to be too tedious. There's the first charm. You can also go over it later and fix it. And there you go. Some of the jump rings, like these ones that I have, they are not so easy to work with. But I guess that's good. That means once you get them on there, they'll be a little harder to take off. But I don't plan on having lots of tugging going on here, so I don't plan on it. But like with this one, I have this one available because my kids were in my room, and I keep my journal by the bed on the end table, and they had just been, my son, my middle son, Xander, he has autism, and he goes in, he has this thing for tearing stuff apart. So he'll tear stuff up into little tiny pieces, and then he does this thing where he kind of just jabbers it up. And I do that with him sometimes because I like to be involved with what he's doing. But he thinks it's so fun, and it's how I taught him to take turns. Like, because at first he didn't really understand how to take turns, and so I started doing that with him, and that's how I taught him how to my turn and your turn, which was really cool. I'm not gonna put that one there. And for charm, for this one. And not all of them have to have charms. I'm going to put a bell on this one. Sorry if I'm far away and it's hard to see. I've never done a tutorial like this one before, so I hope it's okay. But yeah, anyway, my son got a hold of my book, and he had, I don't know what happened. He saw that he loves the danglies on them because they're noisy, and he just took them off and came in, and he was, doing his little thing with them, and I was like, okay, Mommy will just leave those off of that one. One of the charms I put on my sister's mini album that I made for her, that I made for my goddaughter. I just put it on there. That way it's a little personal piece on there. Well, that looks nice. And so I like it easier this way too, because I can just pull this and just work my way down. And I can see if I like it or not. That's pretty. Alright. Let's do... And if you want it to be like all silver, just make sure that the pieces that you use, like I don't even know what these are called. The little metal pieces that are on here that you use, make sure that those are all the same color. Make sure you know if you like it or not. I guess I don't really have a general theme besides the fact that it's just going to be a chunky charm. So I don't mind how it looks either way. There's lots of I guess my theme is going to be like a metal theme. Maybe I'll just keep this charm on here. I don't know. These are very fun to do, though. Let me see if I can get this a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. Sorry. Okay, so I have one on that. I'm going to put one over here. Oops. We've got to open it a little bit more. There we go. There. Oops, there. Okay. You hear the jingle? And I'll do one more, and then I'll probably have, I don't know if I can pause it. I'll try to pause it. If it doesn't work, then I'll come back with part 3, which is basically where it's done. And just pick what you like as you go down. And for the bottom, if you do it this way, I usually pick one that I like that's kind of big, but I kind of also want them to kind of fall over. Like by the time I get down here, I do want some to spill over this, because I don't want this to be like, oh wow, just this giant clasp here. So I'm going to have a couple of little danglies on here, and I'll probably put a couple of things that I attach to this piece. But you'll know what you like as you go. And this is basically just the, I guess, basics. That's all you got to do is just make little bead charms like these, and these little beads, and then charms. Alright, I'm going to try to pause it, and hopefully I can come back and show you when it's finished. If not, then it'll be a part 3. Alright, thank you. Okay, I'm going to show you what I have so far. I kind of put this one down here because I wanted it to be the one that dangled most. But I have these on here so far, and I only have a couple more to go, and then I'll probably be adding the last part here and some bells, because I love the jingle. Okay, I'll be back again in a second. Okay, so I have mostly finished it. And like I said, I just, when I'm ready to put one on, I just pull it out and let them fall and just attach one. And make sure that when you attach them, you kind of try to attach them from different angles. Like, you don't want them all to be like on top right here. Like, you want some to go like on the side, or attach one on this side and then, you know, kind of go back and forth. Or attach one like underneath. You'll know what I mean when you're doing it. And then here where the chain attached to this part, I went ahead and added one more charm. And I just put some bells and the vintage, I think this is handmade, on here. And so there is how I made my chunky charm. It's really fast once you have all the pieces ready to go, and it's very fun. So I hope you have fun and you decide to make your own, and if you do and you feel like sharing, I would be very happy to see what you made. I am over on Junk Journal Junkies, and if you join the group, we make our own journals, and there's a chat group where we also share other stuff that we've created. So it's a sister group to Junk Journal Junkies. It's very fun. You meet lots of inspiring people, and they all do different crafts, and it's definitely a place to get inspiration and meet new friends. I've made a lot of friends through there, and I am so happy that I went to that site. Alright, well, that's it for now. I hope this video was helpful for you, and I hope you're able to make a whole bunch of awesome chunky charms. Alright, well, have fun, and thank you so much for watching.